Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to The Last Spell. Between the recording of the last episode and this one, there's been another sort of rebalancing update, just to counteract some of the changes that they had done, just to make some things a bit more, well, to fix some things. The main takeaway from this is that the prices of the ballisticas again have changed, and some prices for some of the defensive structures have shifted. They've also changed the impact of how much terror you get for destruction of walls, which I agree with. Like, it seems a bit strange that you have like a defense game, and yet if your defenders get damaged, it's really penalizing. It makes you sort of wonder why you basically have them in the first place. But yeah, like, you can check out what they've done on their Steam page with the news update telling you exactly what it's done. But let's dive back into the campaign, shall we? Right, like I said, since we've lost our first run properly, I'm probably going to start doing a bit more editing now. Just like cutting out content that I don't like, just cutting out a lot of like the early stuff where it's not as tense. But I see how you feel. Let me know what you think. Okay, so let's customize this. First things first, we could do boundless mode, give us another player early. Extra tainted essence is nice, but we could take rid of that. Leapfrog is nice to have early as well. We get just straight up extra armor. 10% extra damage is nice. Extra movement, extra mana. It depends what build you want to try and go for. The closest point of the mist can be is further from the haven. That's nice, but that takes 2, which is really expensive. 40% extra armor is pretty big, especially if we want to go like heavy armor build and just stack our armor up. So we could go like that. 8% extra critical if we're going for critical build is nice as well. 10% extra damage. I mean, like, thinking about it like this, if we have 100 dark essence, we get if we get 100 dark essence, we get 10 extra essence on top of it, so it's not a massive one. 40 armor is pretty big, though. Let's do that. I like having the leapfrog right at the end. Leapfrog is really nice to have. That one would have been nice. All heroes have extra health. 35 isn't a ton, to be honest, though. Mana's more important. Movement's more important. 10% extra damage or 8% critical. That's the one which could be impactful, especially if we're trying to go for like a crit build, perhaps. Get high crit. 8 isn't massive, though. Endless gives us 20% smaller waves, extra gold, extra minerals, extra hero, extra defenses. I mean, all these are pretty impactful. But let's try this. Attempt, mana, movement, damage, extra armor. Okay. We'll do that. We'll do base difficulty. Let's see what we get. Okay. So let's see who we got straight off the bat. What does our defenses look like? Defenses look nearly identical. Yeah, they are identical to what we had the first time around. And they're coming from this way hard. Okay. Nice to see that the actual layout is relatively the same. Okay, so let's first of all, let's check out our heroes. So, what do we have? He's a traitor, which means he's got like hardly any health. Resistance. Unless... Oh, man. Nihilist is horrible. It's a horrible trait to get. minus action points. That means he's got 4 action points. He's got a spear, which isn't great because, yeah, like, he's going to get 2 attacks off a turn. So it's not bad, it's not great though. Is it a momentum weapon? Yeah. Momentum, multi-hit. Okay, so he's not great. Matteo. Carlotta. It's a hangman, so less movement. Experience gain and isolation, so she's not good against lone targets. As a range unit. Oh, great. She has a crossbow, which isn't too bad. And you're a mage with a scholar. Resistance, alcohol, reliability, accuracy. That's not great. That means you've got to be always weak. It's not the worst combination I ever had. Albert, let's try and change the name. I'm not a fan of that name. Leo, let's go with Leo. Oh, God. This isn't the best build. The one thing I will say that one of the things I do say I dislike about the last spell is that, like, one of the metas for the moment is that you literally, if you get a bad combination early on, you just like restart, which I'm not a fan of. I find that a bit I find it cheating, basically. It's one of the things I always hated about games like this is like the mid-maxing side of things, where it's like, oh, this is the optimum way you do it. You do it like this, and like this, and you're fine. It's like, yeah, but that's not fun. I don't like mid-maxing. I find it to be a very cheesy way of playing. I know that some people find mid-maxing to be a good way of doing things, but I always find mid-maxing to be just unpleasant in my opinion. So it's a standard crawler, okay. So he's got momentum. Man, this sucks. He's got like no movement whatsoever. Impaling bolts, up to 4 targets. Okay. For him, if we move there, he's going to be like super isolated. These guys are just going to keep running. Another 2 gets him up there. And fall back. He's still got to be in range, however, which is annoying. Let's pop out. Because the signpost is in the way, of course it is. Heavy bolts. If I get to here... Can't hit that guy, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. You got no movement left. You got no movement left. No, you got one action point left, but we can't do anything with it. No. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Okay. Alright. That's momentum. So for him to be good, we have to get to here for a lot of his damage to go through. So if we want to get to there and do a good chunk, we'd have to get him up to here. That should be worth it. Still got a lot of them. And there's now a flying enemy right on the board. Okay. Fantastic. Doesn't give us that just gives us movement through, doesn't it? One target. Fury strikes, multiple targets undodgeable. Okay. No, that's going to mean he's going to get attacked. That penalty to his movement really hurts. And we've still got the group down here that we need to deal with, which isn't fantastic. I mean, I can drop something on... Take care of him. I mean, how's their resistance looking? Trying to remember which one's the indicator of resistance. Resistance here. Yeah, okay. So these guys have got 70 resistance. Base ones don't have anything. Okay. I mean, if I hit this, we can't use it for the rest of the battle, realistically speaking. Because he won't get it recharged in time. Okay. This is slowing most of them down. My plan is just to, like, wound stagger as many of them as possible. Just to slow them down and give us some time. Right. You've got that, which is a burst. You can fire it 2.5 times. And that's just a straight line shot, which means that we need to actually get relocated if we want to use it. Too far in the mist. I'm happy just picking off healthy ones for the time being. And you've got all the action up here. Get your armor up. Final shots. That'll be fine. Okay. Final wave is up. Alright. So what are we looking like? Lots of flying boys straight off the bat, so they need to go. Okay. Get rid of those guys. I can't use another one of these. I can do that up to 3 targets, which is okay. But in all honesty, it's easiest to come here and just stab them. I mean, my armor's relatively thick, I should be able to take the hit. This group down here is problematic. Because they're going to start getting closer and closer to the city. Do any of them going to touch the walls? That's the question. That guy's going to touch the wall. Got enough movement to step out. I don't think I can get him though. Okay. Annoying, annoying. None of them are going to get within easy range. That guy in the back is going to be a pain though. Okay. The flying guys in the back are going to be a pain. We still have 26 enemies on the field. Hit the armor, didn't get through. Okay. These guys are annoying and they need to go. Can't afford for him to do anything. Man, they're really stacking up. Okay. I'm going to have to use one of these and just hit the mana cost. Because, yeah, it's not great. I know. This guy's going to get from range. Right. Okay. I can fire another batch destruction here against these guys, which will buy us a bit more time. That's going to be about it. Okay. Didn't get through the armor. Okay. Okay, so that's done. That's good. And I know we didn't get any damage, so we got max rewards. Okay. They come across that man, 3 skulls straight away. Oi. Have a... Okay. We've unlocked about 30% of the things we can unlock, so that's nice. This is an XP gain, this is probably something I want to get. Ready chance of being uncommon would be nice. New potions. Speed and energy actually had to be really great to get. Most of these just new omens. I'm not really interested in getting owned right now. Story. Rejoice on earth and sea, for I have come with gifts in hand. Why me? Verily, even I know naught of this mystery. Thou seemest to be a singular one, but I still can't understand why and in which way. Whenever I would recover more power, I would certainly unravel the threads of fate. Okay. So I've biocraft weapons. Standard stuff here. Okay. Things unlock. All that jazz. Alright. Okie dokie. Okay, so nothing really different besides some story updates. Yeah, I'm not going to sell my Tainted Essence. We got a level up. The first level up. Okay. Critical chance going up actually would be really good for him with his spear. Damage increase is not bad, but that's only going to be a little bit. So let's go with critical hit chance increase going up. Physical damage, critical power, daily health regen. What perks does he have? Fatality is not bad. Harvest. Every 2 dodged action. When applying poison to unit currently poisoned. Septic shock. Stun chance. Throw. Armor is increased by 110% of the hero's daily health regen. That's actually pretty good to have. We grab that. And really buff up his armor. Could work. Daily health regen. Early on, though, it's not going to be great. I want to get fatality early on. So it means that we can just save the uses of our ability. So let's grab that. Every 10 max health after 100 physical damage. If we buff his health up, he gets physical damage increase. That's pretty nice. That would be good as well. I got some plans for him. Right. She's the one with, if I recall correctly. Yes, he has like less movement and isolation. Sees our range unit though, so critical would be good. Straight up armor would be nice. So I keep buffing up. What perks is he going to actually get? Sprint. As long as he doesn't move during this turn. Accuracy and range skill. Quick reload. Extra armor. Actually, he has a bunch of really nice ones. Having extra armor would be nice. Critical power up to 12 would be nice. But she doesn't have a lot of health, though. Health regen is low. But that's just not health increase, it's not health regen. Okay. Momentum, experience, gain stun chance. Experience can be good, allows her to level quicker. And then what do we want to get? As long as he doesn't move during this turn, accuracy and skill range. Against lone targets, I'd rather get cherry picking, to be honest. Reliability. Yeah, when attacking an isolated unit, the unit gets attack reliability, which means our base damage just goes up, which is great. Quick reload isn't too bad. Use per night allows to restore actions. Allows to carry additional stuff and no equipment. Accuracy, but this means he doesn't have to move, and with the crossbow you do have to move. So I'm probably going to get reliability cherry picking. That's not too bad one to get. Vision is not too bad. XP gain. Okay. This is the one I was worried about because he actually hasn't. He's got health and resistance issues. Mana, having more mana as a mana caster is good, so we've got to grab that. Daily health regen. Health received. Yeah, we'll grab magical damage. It's not the best one I could get from, unfortunately. Every enemy form is killed, including poisoned ones. +1 to daily mana regeneration. Or just cheer for the straight up damage up. Yeah, he hasn't got the greatest setup, unfortunately. But we can kill that, get mana, daily mana regen, up to 25 hours mana. This modifier is reset every morning, okay. Fatality isn't actually so bad. So that's actually pretty good as well. He hasn't got too bad movement either. Just having Fatality allowing us to finish off wounded enemies saves our action points as well. But he's a mage user, magic user, so he's not going to be in the front. First Blood. Man, not a great amount. Not going to lie. Okay. What did we get for our rewards? Light Pants Epic. Dodge. Magical damage, movement points, healing received. Yeah, well, that's nice as well, not going to lie. The axe is even nicer. But I need the movement points. I know it seems stupid, but he's got, I believe he's the guy that's got minuses, if I recall correctly. And that's action points. Which one have got minuses to movement? Yeah, see, Hangman. It's annoying because armor, accuracy, movement points. I mean, she's a range unit, she doesn't need it. Daily mana regeneration. +2 isn't great. Two-handed axe. Okay. I mean, I have been complaining that he hasn't got enough movement because the spear requires you to run around a lot. But currently he's just got not enough action points. Probably grab that, to be honest. The pants are so nice, but his action economy requires me to give him a different weapon, or at least a backup weapon, which hurts to admit. So you can have that. Get him some more armor, if nothing else. Right. So, first things first, we have a couple of workers and very little resources. So, what do we want to build? Yeah, probably the thing we want to build straight away for Abel is I want to clear that. Clear that. Build 2 houses here. we've got to upgrade one of them. I'd like it if the house upgrade looked a bit different, to be honest. It would be nice. 32 gold, 52 gold, 3 workers. Yeah, that's worth it. Right, clear that out. Upgrade that to get another worker. Yeah, and here's the alterations haven't taken place yet. Interesting. Okay. Okay. First things first. We've done that. That's the predominant thing I wanted to get done. Ronin armor. Very nice. Light armor, common range, range damage. Okay. Actually, that's just a better straight up for them. Momentum, range damage. Yeah, okay. Gives them increased resistance as well, a bit more resistance as well. You could also have gone a greatsword build. I'm looking for something that gives mana regeneration. That's what I'm really looking for. Oh man, I had an epic trinket. Movement, action points. Actually, I need to get that. I need to get that. So... if nothing else... Ooh, and they've got a sword button. But I need to get the action points. There goes all my money on one item. I know it seems dumb, but his inability to use action points is really devastating when you're using a melee character. So he's got 6 action points now, which is fantastic. He's got his movement has gone right up to 7. Isolation, magic damage. It's not the best thing in the world for him. I mean, I think all of his attacks. This is all like physical damage, isn't it? Yeah, it's all physical damage, which means we're not getting the bonus 3%. Isolation isn't too bad, but I really needed that action and movement point for him. He's never going to be great against multiply damage to target with negative adulteration. That's not too bad. We can do stuff that's quite good, but I just needed to get him to be able to move about more. Okay, so we've got like no resources left, and it's big wave coming straight in. Probably not the best thing. I may have destroyed ourselves doing this. But we'll see how it goes. I never... when did these get hit? Let's repair the walls. Okay. And in defenses, what do we have? Getting a catapult early on would be nice. Ballisticas early on, they're no longer as cheap as they used to be, so they're actually pretty expensive. Getting a tower early on is actually not a bad thing to get, especially if we have to put our archer up in it. Let's put it here. Put them in there with their ability. I mean, they can't cover everywhere, but they can still pick off the lone enemies that are trying to get around this side, which is important. Not the best placement of it, I'm not going to lie. We don't cover that greater terrain. You don't get the it's bad placement on my part of it, but it does mean we do get some cover of this terrain. She can still jump down and run around. Besides, yeah. My plan is like to shove her here. You're going to basically go sort of like there. I mean, his spells aren't great ranged. I mean, we could shove him in the tower. Yeah, that's probably better, to be honest. Alright. His mana didn't come back up either. I should have bought a mana thing. Okay. What we have... Can't do a lot, to be honest. Yeah, let's just start trying to fill in gaps. Okay, this is going to be a good place to end. Like I said, I'm going to probably start editing out some of the earlier bits of the fights, unless they're getting a bit more complicated, just to save us, just to save the length of episodes. We can get more into single episodes. But so far it's not going too bad. Let's see how it goes. I'll see you all again next time, folks. Goodbye.